and I'm sure a lot of people are excited. I know I am actually sort of excited because I'm looking forward to the weekend. The weekend of sleeping without bothering about, I have to get to work early tomorrow morning. No, we ain't doing that tonight. Anyway, so I'll be here from now till 9:55, and quite a number of talking points on the show today per usual. Between now and 8:10, we'll be looking at motivation quotes and also checking out the weather, what the weather is going to be looking like for today. And once we're done motivating ourselves, we head to the front pages of the Nigerian Daily, see what is actually going on the front page of different Nigerian dailies this very morning. All right, so and after that, the sports crew will be in the studios to take us through the world of sports. Quite a number of things happened yesterday. I was supposed to wear my jersey, my Manchester United jersey, and come to this office today, cause some people could not go to the final, but we were going to the final. But hey, I was talking about that maybe and more on the sports show this morning. And after that, would actually be going straight into the People's Assemblies by 9 a.m. and we do that for about 30 minutes, and then the mechanics are going to be in the studios with me talking about everything car related, and for about 15 minutes, and then we'll wrap it all up with Melody Surprise by 9:45, and 9:55 I would be bouncing out of the studios. All right, so between now and then, it's going to be fun. Now let's look at the weather forecast for today. Right now, it is about 26 degrees Celsius, and it actually does feel like 26 degrees Celsius because, the sun is actually already peeping out, and the temperature is going to keep rising and peaking at 33 degrees Celsius at around 1 p.m. So between 1 p.m. and 3 p.m., it's going to be really hot. It's going to maintain that temperature, and it starts dropping by 4 p.m. To 32 degrees Celsius, and there's a slight chance of rainfall today, about 55% chance of rain falling today. It's going to be sunset around 6:53, and the weather, the temperature is going to continue dropping until it reaches about 25 degrees Celsius later in the night. Okay, so now let's talk motivation today. The motivation is actually weird because I'm going to sort of talk about how you should embrace struggle. Yes, I know it's not the typical or aspire to Maguire, no, but without struggle, the quote says, without struggle, there is no progress. I need you to understand that without struggle, there is no progress. Maybe when we get into paradise and where there is no sweat, there's no pain, there is nothing, then there won't be struggle. But for now, without struggle, there is no progress. This actually implies that achieving advancement or improvement requires overcoming different obstacles and challenges. Now it emphasizes that progress often stems from effort, resilience, and willingness to face difficulties. Now, Frederick Douglass, a prominent abolitionist, famously stated that if there is no struggle, there is no progress. Now, let us break it down and elaborate a bit, right? Because struggle is a catalyst. Let's discuss that. The first actually suggests that struggle is not a negative, but rather a necessary and productive force that pushes individuals or groups to the forefront, pushes them forward. And overcoming obstacle also is a branch of that I feel we should look at, because progress rarely comes easily. It often involves confronting difficulties, walking through setbacks, and persisting in the face of adversity. Now, moral and physical struggle is also a thing, because Douglas's quote expands on the idea of struggle, stating that it can be a moral or physical battle or both. Ever spiritual battle. This acknowledges that progress can be achieved through both personal and societal change. Now, it actually demands that something be changed. The idea that power concedes nothing without a demand is also a thing, and it reinforces the notion that change and improvement require active participation and resistance. So you should actually look into that. And finally, the motivating phase, yeah, which is the phrase rather, which we're talking about today, that which is without struggle there is no progress. It can actually be a very, very powerful motivator, and pushing people forward. So encouraging individuals also to actually do more and be more, basically. So that is it. Actually embrace, it teaches individuals to embrace adversity and challenges, and in pursuit of their goals, because bro, it is not a smooth road. Whoever told you it was going to be easy, tell the person, or the person, film the person well, film the person's mouth and everything. Yeah, I think you get the point. But do not forget, the quote for today is, without struggle there is no progress. Without struggle there is no progress. That is the quote for today. So hold that at the back, in your left hand. But if you're left-handed, hold it in your right hand so you don't eat with it. Yeah, is that what they say? Anyway, I'll get back to the music now, and this one is actually titled My Brother, tribute to Mubad, actually. And I'll be back to check out the front page of the Nigerian dailies. But in the meantime, Bella Shmada, My Brother. Stick around.
Was today what we did when I met you? I saw you work out in and I love you. We like same things, we share same dreams. You go follow smoke cigar when I switch bands. I do have you. 2020 ojú mi rí o. That same year me ti mọ́lẹ̀. Ọmọ logo, ọmọ ò wálẹ̀. Ṣé kò pọ̀pẹ́ ọmọ tí ò gbẹ̀bẹ̀? Wọ́n lọ ṣọ̀tẹ̀, but I don't want that. Oh, you fuck them, I don't really send them. Lójú wọn, ìmọ̀lẹ̀ di legend. Pákó wey get charisma. Carpenter wey get caliber. You be bad man wey get good mind. You be fine boy, we get plenty style. I'm my brother, my friend, could this be the end? What is the essence for the hustle, for the life? What's my offense? What have I done? Waiting I do. You left me in tears, I jailed. Can you bring my brother back? Only you, my job is we go do Yahoo, we no getting paid. Live it like I'm super every day. Everything we face, no be say today. Just like yesterday, take the pen away. When I born one, and you born one, and I know one, and you tell me it's fine. But I know time, and I make one, and you dead, yeah, when I born another one. I just pack away, get charisma. Carpenter, we get caliber. You be bad man, we get good mind. You be fine boy, we get plenty style. I'm my brother, my friend, would this be the end? What is the essence for the hustle, for the life? What's my offense? What have I done? Waiting I do. You left me in tears, I jailed. Can you bring my brother back? Only you, my job is Can you bring my brother back? Only you, my job is
All right, Belashmada, My Brother, and it is back to it. 12 minutes past 8 a.m. from the studios of Melody 100.7 FM. My name is Bolabad. How's it going? And it is actually time to look through the front pages of the Nigerian dailies for this very morning. Okay, so I have with me the Punch newspaper. I have Vanguard newspaper with me. I have Nigerian Tribune, and also I have, the Guardian newspaper this very morning as well. All right, so I'll be going through the front page of the Guardian newspaper first to see what is actually trending. Apparently, I saw this yesterday, and a lot of people are saying that, oh, this is like one of the fastest. But hey, Pope Francis also was really selected in a very short time. I think it was 3 days, and then he was actually selected as the next pope. But We have a new pope, and a lot of people are excited about it. While a lot of people are actually being skeptical, saying is American, but hey, your nationality and your spirituality is not something that you should mix. Anyway, so Guardian newspaper, the first headline actually reads Senate passes tax reform bills, meets reps for final draft. And that story can be found on page 3 of the Guardian newspaper this very morning. And moving on to another headline, I will not step down for false allegations, says embattled Akpabio. That story is also on page 3 of the Guardian newspaper this very morning. Usman-led Labour Party committee suspends Abure Farouk for 6 months. And the story is on page 3 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. Anambra Abga Obi's kinsmen endorsed Tinubu for second term. And that story is on page 6 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. Pope Leo the 14th rather, hopeful of building bridges with dialogue in turbulent world. And the story is on page 6 of the Guardian newspaper this very morning. And to the next headline, grid collapse, 4 trillion naira debt stole Nigeria's transition to competitive market. And that story is on page 16 of the Guardian newspaper this very morning. To another headline, assembly crisis, that is the kicker of this next headline. House of Reps issues Benue's Zamfara governors a week ultimatum. And that story is on page 5 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. Insecurity, Nigeria will change when leaders are ready, says experts. And that story is on page 7 of the Guardian newspaper this morning as well. Now moving on to the Nigerian Tribune, Senate passes 2 remaining tax reform bills to go into conference with reps. And that story is on page 3 of Nigerian Tribune this morning. Security Summit, that is the kick of this headline. Refrain from needless comments, Senate cautions defense minister. And that story is on page 22 of Nigerian Tribune this morning. I was 38th memorial anniversary and patronal service holds today in Ikenne. That story is on page 3 of the Nigerian Tribune. To the biggest headline on the front page, foreign herders behind attacks on communities, says DHQ. And that story is on page 3 of the Nigerian Tribune this morning. 2025 UTME results consistent with 12-year trend. And that is a statement credited to JAM. And that story is on page 12 of Nigerian Tribune this very morning. Our Oshun attained 7th position in national examination rating, says Adeleke. That story is on page 22 of Nigerian Tribune this morning. Tariff hike, that is the kick of the next headline. Nigeria's internet users decline, NCC report. And that story is on page 6 of the Nigerian Tribune this morning. Reps invite Finance Minister, CBN Governor, others over non-payment of contractors since 2024. And that's the reason page 4 of the Nigerian Tribune this morning. Pope Leo the 14th's era begins. How Robert Francis Prevost, first American Pope, emerged. And the story is on page 20 of Nigerian Tribune this morning. I think that would be a very interesting read, don't you think? Anyway, moving on from that, Soludo says APGA has adopted Tinubu for 2027 as the rider attached to it is President defends economic reform. And that story is on page 28 of Nigerian Tribune this morning. Tinubu seeks confirmation of nominees for regional commission. And that story has the rider attached to it, Adetunbi to chair Southwest, Nwoche to chair South. And that story is on page 21 of Nigerian Tribune. 2027, that is the kicker of this next headline. Defunct CPC chieftains, Abbas, Niger, Katsina governors, and Makura, others pledge loyalty to Tinubu. That story is on page 4 of Nigerian Tribune this morning. Now moving on to the Punch newspaper, Tinubu, Trump world leaders congratulate American Pope. And that story is on page 11 of the Punch newspaper this morning. Nigeria taps additional $215 million World Bank loan for palliatives. And this story is on page 19 of the Punch newspaper this morning. To another headline, 2027. That is the kicker of this next headline. Al Makura Masari mobilize CPC block for Tinubu. And that story is on page 10 of the Punch newspaper this very morning. DHQ links foreign herdsmen to Benue Plateau killings. The story is on page 7 of the Punch newspaper this morning. Moving on to the biggest headline, refitting and repainting. That is the kick of this headline. Newly acquired presidential jet flown to South Africa. That story has a writer attached to it as well. Tinubu using leased aircraft for foreign local travel. And that story is on page 2 of the Punch newspaper this morning. Labour Party crisis, that is the kicker. Akpabio taunts Obi as OT demands Abure's arrest, and that story is on pages 7 and 10 of the Punch newspaper this morning. Wigway, that is the kick of the next headline. United States helicopter firm may face criminal charges, and that story is on page 19 of the Punch newspaper this very morning. That one is a very sad one because almost an entire family was actually wiped out in that helicopter crash, and it is really sad to want to think that could have been avoidable. But moving on from that headline, Labour Party vows to defeat APC in Lagos local government poll, and that story is on page 7 of the Punch newspaper this morning. United Kingdom police recover Nigerian teen's corpse inside a lake. Stories on pages 4 and 5 of the Punch newspaper this morning. Marketers warn federal government against hasty fuel import ban. And the story is on page 20 of the Punch newspaper this morning. Now to the final daily on my hands this morning. Discos, moving on to the Vanguard newspaper. Discos record 78% collection efficiency despite supply hiccups. And that story is on page 19 of Vanguard newspaper this morning. 2027, that is the kick of the next headline. Disquiet as Abga Soludo adopt Tinubu. And that story has two writers attached to it. Abga committed to Tinubu's re-election, says Bianca Ojukwu, and adopting Tinubu's perfidious, says Chekwas Okore. All of that can be found on page 5 of Vanguard newspaper this morning. Gunmen block Owerri Okigwe Road, killed travelers, banned several vehicles. That story is on page 7 of Vanguard newspaper this morning. Senate stands still for late Edwin Clark, and that story is on page 8 of Vanguard newspaper this morning. Tinubu, Trump, Obi held Prevost on emergence as Pope. And that story has a couple of writers attached to it as well. Picks Leo the 14th as a papal name. And the next writer actually says United States Pope and honor, says Trump. I mean, if you can't be a pope yourself, I mean, your countryman is a pope. New chapter in history of Catholic Church, says Tinubu. Obi Lord's College of Cardinals on new pope. All of that can be seen and read on page 10 of Vanguard newspaper this very morning. All right, to another headline. Tinubu commissions project in Anambra State, and that is on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper this morning as well. Conference hall, that is the kick of this headline. Experts to brainstorm on government performance at a mid-term. The story is on page 5 of Vanguard newspaper. Moving to sports, under 20 AFCON Flying Eagles coach vows to clinch a World Cup ticket. The story has a writer attached to it as well as the battle Senegal in quarterfinal. That can be found on page 32 of a Vanguard newspaper this very morning. This is as far as we can go this morning on the front pages of the dailies this very morning. I'm heading back to the music, and by 8:30 the sports crew will be in the studios. In the meantime, here is Bloody Civilian Teaming up with Joe Boy, Annie, and Majid. Family meeting. Stick around.
Problem child, no you don't trust me, but now and you know I won't go house, and you sit down for a couch. I should talk, say I know go church, auntie please go home. Even God rested on the 7th day. Auntie why you here with another dick? Mommy please just hear me for heaven's sake. You should know me by now. Okay, I think I made a mistake. But I promise I was in the estate. And I swear that I will not do it again. But you know me by now. Why do we call everybody auntie? Everybody wants to be the auntie. But your body is not my auntie. Mama, you people should know me by now. I don't know if I can do this no more. Before you return me back to God, I think I'm gonna buy my shit down. Go, I feel my shit and I'm go, I'm gone. I feel my shit and I'm go.
Family meeting is outside, don't know why people don't mind their business. I will concern you while running my system. Every time they want a part of my interest, yeah. Why? No, tell me why you be acting like you don't know what to do with your life. You better think twice, better fit your mind with the things we go help you survive. Inside life, anything goes. Pressure days, so I light in my flow. I don't know why they won't kill my flow. Why them I think on the tension my bro. Yeah, yo, folly don't cause, things don't stop. Tell I realize that my people no job. Politicians and they kill the serious. Who go help us? Who go save us? Yeah.
Back in my city, I'm go, I'm gone. Back in my city, I'm go.
I thought you should lie with all your chat and all your outrage. I've heard all your and how your eyes like turning sideways. I find it ironic how you publish all my business on the front page. My sister told me chill and not to engage. Well, auntie, is my skirt short? Tell me how my wealth look. See how I just set pace. I don't gotta give grace. Still I try extend it. Bridges don't need mending. I can see the sky behind my white new picket fence. Someone now who did I your friend when I was coming in. Funny cause I wasn't even troubled then. All I did was sow a seed and double it. Why are you so worried about the wrong things? I think you should worry where your son is and where your husband lays his head at night. I'll keep it light. You seem to be obsessed by what's between my thighs, and that's alright. I double back at it, I'm too desensitized. Because of mom, I let it slide. Now when my baby, I'm so obliged, I'll let it ride, slide.
Every day that they calling me, family meeting for my head. Family meeting for my head. Everybody come back. Talking like them only. Everybody calling me, family meeting for my head. Family meeting for my head. Everybody come back. Talking like them only pass. Okay, where are you? Come outside now, want to have a meeting with you. Very stubborn child.
Melody 100.7 FM.
And I couldn't see I was cheating on me.
Me, I just want me, my people, they visa. So I give them my heart and my liver. If it too stress you, make you leave her. No be everybody be believer. Anytime that I pull up, I deliver. Anytime, any arena, I be caught on like Jesus. Before you start to criticize, consider,
And I couldn't see I was cheating on me. And I couldn't see I was cheating on me.
Me, I just want to see my people getting big out. I swear down, make embassy no deny my people visa out. No be Taliban, no be a guy down. And they do nothing then to permanently leave town. Stand with my feet down, me I be leader. So me a new lad, different caliber. Taking my niggas around the world every day. Kilo me down. Just like I'm deep down, then you could see, say, they your body, no be because of me. Now psychology, say psychology. They affect everybody, not me.
And I couldn't see I was
cheating on me.
And I couldn't see I was cheating.
on my visa. I'm swiping my visa. Kill on shell, it's a kilogram, kilometer. My woman got incredible features. Me and the little burner, we fly to Ibiza. Make you know the nine, me my visa. Bring a little girl, a little reefer. It's cheaper to keep her. She don't wanna stay, I for leave her. No be everybody be believer. Hennessy, Casamigos, it's all in a car. I'm at Samoa Jan the way I hit the bar. Fine boy, no pimple, no tats. I got a V12 under the bonnet. She got plaits. I marry her. My princess got a peach in my Rolls Royce seats. Or a peach in the villa, must I come with a beach? One for the street, 4-5. This toast doesn't come with a speech, you know.
Now I couldn't see. I was cheating on me. Now I couldn't see. I was cheating on
Me, I just want me my people, the visa. So I give them my heart and my diva. If you too stressed, make you leave her. Don't be everybody be believer. Anytime that I pull up, I deliver. Anytime, any arena, I be caught on like Jesus. Before you start to criticize, consider, If I ever said I love you, then I'll always be by your side. If you call on me, then I'll slide. You already know we outside, and I know you gon' ride. Anytime I talk on you, if I ever said I love you.
Now I couldn't see. I was cheating on me. Now I couldn't see. I was cheating on
Me, I just want to see my people getting peak out. I swear down, make embassy nothing and my people visa out. They do not intend to permanently leave town. Me, I be lead out.
Now I couldn't see. I was cheating on me. Now I couldn't see. I was cheating on me.
All right, a big 7 right there. Burner Boy, yeah, the big burner. And Dave on that one doing Cheat on Me. I mean, Burner Boy is huge. I mean, a lot of people do not understand how huge he is. Because, I mean, earlier this week, man attended the Met Gala and he threw his first Met Gala after party hosted. And these things don't just happen. It's not, I attended the Met Gala, I just want to do party. No, it actually takes process and recognition and all of that. Because, I mean, he had a lot of superstars attend. There was Nick Jonas and Priyanka Chopra Jonas. There was Busters. There was a lot of celebrities attending. Oh, there was his should I call her his in-law now? Chloe's sister, Hailey Bailey, also was in attendance. Quite a number of celebrities in Hollywood actually were in attendance at Brother Boys after Met Gala. Met Gala after party. Anyway, it is 8:31 and this is Melody 100.7 FM. My name is Bolabad. How's it going? I have Daniel in the studios to take you through the world of sport. Good morning, Daniel.
Good morning, Bolabad. You must be feeling good this morning.
I'm feeling really good. We're going to
Glory,
Bilbao.
Man United.
I talked about it earlier, and I was like, bro, we're going to, even though there's a child that might get beaten by Tottenham, but
I was going to say that because your manager is already saying he's afraid.
Even though,
you need to pray harder now.
We're going to
you
find
need to pray harder now.
We're going to find now.
All right. Glory, Man United. I mean, to do it home and away, the bow now is open for Manchester United. And it's on that note, I'll be welcoming you, of course, to the sports segment on Melody Sunrise this morning. I'm yours, nice and faithful, Daniel Adeyemi. And we take you around the world, a lot of stories today, but I would start, of course, from the home front. Yes, a lot's happening on the home front. The season is coming to an end right now, and everyone is trying to just make sure they finish very, very strong. And yes, of course, let's start from the National Sport Festival. Yes, Bola will be joining me on the show this morning. We'll be doing it together, yes. But let's start from, of course, the National Sport Festival. What's happening? We're getting the news right now that the Flamingos will participate in this year's National Sport Festival. Yes, the Nigerian under-17 women's football team, Flamingos, will feature at the 2024 National Sport Festival as part of the new group invented junior athletes introduced by the National Sport Commission. Yes, the IJA is pioneering initiative, of course, of the NSC, created to nurture young talent from across the country in various sport disciplines. The group is effectively serving as 38 states at the festival that will make a debut at the Gateway 2024 Games, scheduled to begin on May 16 at Abeokuta, Ogun State. And over 100 teenagers have already, drafted into the Ijo team. And seeing the Flamingos coming into National Sport Festival. Bobola, good morning.
Good morning, Daniel. It's so nice to be here, and it's our beautiful time again to talk sports. Melody Sunrise on Melody 100.7 FM. It's so nice to be here. Talking about the story you just talked about, that's the Flamingos going to represent at the upcoming game. That's the sport festival coming up very, very soon at Ogun State. I think I'm wondering what states they are going to be representing, but I think it's going to be a good avenue for these girls to at least warm up before the eventual game, because we don't get to see too many female games in Nigeria. When was the last time we got to see the Super Falcons play in any game? In fact, even the AFCON, the AF1, that's the African Women's Cup of Nations, we've not seen it in a while. We don't know what has happened to it, so we don't get to see female football. It's just only when there's a competition before we get to see the coach putting in guys or girls together before a major tournament. But friendly games, tournaments, amongst our country likes, we don't get to see it often when it comes to the female side. So it's going to be a good avenue for these girls to just team up together and participate in the sport festival. Hopefully, I feel like any girls that are going to come there, they're going to whip their ass.
I don't know.
They're going to bully
I don't know how fair that's going to be. Okay, now let's go forward still on the female football and women's football in the country. Delta government disbanded Queens FC. This is made steps to ensure they reconstruct the team. All the entire management, the technical staff has been disbanded. Bobola,
yeah,
we always clamor for strong restructuring in the football sector in Nigeria. We were here saying that they should privatize most of them, and now to seeing this, it looks like the Delta State government is moving in the right direction. Of course, they are not privatizing it, but they're saying this movement is actually is necessary to reposition the club for greater efficiency, professionalism, and competitiveness. A new management board and technical crew and a fresh set of players will be constituted shortly. Fresh set of players, like a total overhaul.
Yeah, but on the other hand, when you look at it, the girls that are currently playing, they're going to be disbanded too, and they're going to leave the club. I don't think that's fair enough. Even if they are not participating at top level, I think they've sacrificed so much to be in that team. The only thing is they can always get better. They don't have to just throw them away.
Total overhaul players,
throw them
and
away. Yeah, but sometimes in football or in sports, there are certain decisions that it could be harsh to some people.
Something like that in Chelsea.
Yeah, where most of the players. But this one, they went to other clubs.
Just one.
They went to another clubs, but we don't know the fate of these girls. Maybe it's gonna kill their spirit.
Most of them, their career.
Yeah, it's gonna kill their spirit. It's gonna kill their drive. So, but according to Delta Queens, they said they failed to qualify for the Super 6 at the end of this 2025.
That happens in football.
Yeah,
it's not enough to just throw out the whole lot.
Yeah, and they also said after losing 3 home matches and some away games and the ongoing Women's FA Cup, losing their last match to Ibom Angels in Enugu. So, they made that decision because of they failed to qualify for the Super 6 and also they lost some home games. But well, I think it's understandable that they are doing an overhaul because it doesn't look like, or they are not trying to say Delta Queens will not continue to exist. They're just saying they just want to do a strong overhaul. Coming better because they feel like they can dominate the women's football in Nigeria. But I'm not thinking about the management, honestly. Maybe I'm being selfish right now. I'm thinking about these players, especially, female footballers. I always talk about the fact that female footballers in Nigeria, they don't always get that chance. They don't get enough chance to showcase themselves.
Talking about that, I was very close with the Ekiti Queens while I was in Ekiti State. I was very close with them. Most of these ladies, I go to check on them at the camp, and they're going through a lot, really.
Yeah.
Going through a lot. I remember most times I have to myself go there with the little thing I have to share with them. And it really affects me a lot. And especially when you see them on the pitch, they give a lot because these ladies have passion for the game.
Yeah.
They have passion for the game. But talk about the treatment. When it's time for them to get paid, you see here that they have to pay somebody else before their money comes, and eventually it's just a little stipend that comes to them.
I don't like to compare women's football to the male football.
But it should be the same.
I don't think it should be the same, honestly.
Footballer, it's the same energy.
I'm not
it's the
saying
same 90 minutes.
No.
Same. Okay.
Football is business.
It's business. I understand that angle
the
now.
Business aspect is what matters more. Most people, even ladies, would like to watch male football
Definitely.
than the female football. So,
but the male football didn't get there today in a day. They also started like that.
But I don't think I don't want to say football is more or less like a male dominant sport, but over time we've always been seeing male football. I mean, female football are just started coming. Maybe we should just give them a chance, support them, and wait till when they get big and global. Even in the Premier League, that's the female Premier League. I mean, we don't even get to see so many fans on their stands and all of it. But I just think their welfare can just be better. I'm not trying to say it should be compared to the guys, but I think it should be better. It should be, I mean, at least let these girls feel like they have been involved. They should not just be secluded. And the fact that they are playing in the national Nigeria, I mean, it's tough for them because, I mean,
they're all going to be looking for new clubs now, and there's no proper system in place to get
who's going to believe in them right now. They would probably go back to academies and all of it. So I don't want to think too much about it. The management, for me, they can deal with themselves because, I mean,
of course.
Yeah, the management.
They know the connections around it.
Exactly. But the ladies, I mean, those girls, I feel for them. Honestly, they get better clubs to showcase themselves.
I mean, that's what happens. Exactly what happens when there's no job security anywhere in the world. Anyway, so still going forward and still in Africa. This one we have our ex-Super Eagles star and 4 others named in the CAF Under-20 AFCON technical study group. I mean, right now we have a technical study group for the ongoing AFCON Under-20, and what's the responsibility of the study group? They said this study group will look into the technicality of the game, the events, and after the entire tournament, this technical study group will come give a report of what needs to be done, what needs to be improved on, and all other things, of course, at the ongoing AFCON Under-20. And one of the names on the list is our very own Daniel Amokachi. Yeah. And we know Daniel Amokachi to be very, very learned person in football and football business.
I think it's been all around Nigerian football. It's been in our sports in Nigeria for a very long time, although it's been having like issues, I mean, scandals and all of it, but it's been in the Nigerian sector for a while now. But I think it's a good feat to technically analyze this ongoing competition, that's the AFCON, because right now, honestly, I have to be very honest with you, Daniel, I have not seen that show. I've not seen a team. I've not seen a player that I will look back and say, oh, this is a guy that
really
I want to see.
What?
It's not been what it. These guys are. I don't like to. Under 17 is different. I mean, those guys are
Definitely.
still very young. Under 17,
under 20,
16, but under 20,
considering
I feel like you're matured.
None of them are
Exactly.
doing in the world right now.
I feel like you're matured enough to be able to put the ball together, string 1, 2, 3 passes, and I'm not talking about the Nigerian boys. I'm talking about the whole competition. I've not seen that solid fluid
that maturity,
I mean,
decent football.
Even the likes of Ghana, the likes of Senegal, for me, is just struggling to score goals. So I think it's understandable that they put this team together to analyze the football, to know the croons.
Maybe eventually they will be able to get to the FA of each country and tell them this is exactly what you guys
should
need.
Be working on. And looking at the people that you've mentioned, most of them have been in the various. You mentioned the South African man who is also there, and he's been part of the technical committee when it comes to South Africa, and also the man I think he's from
Mohamed Mogasuba.
He was one time Mali coach too. So I think these guys are experienced when it comes to it, and also they are going to be 2 external guys coming to analyze. So I mean, it's a packed load of top people when it comes to sport in Africa. You understand? So Daniel Amokachi is the one from Nigeria, and we'll just wish them all the best, and hopefully they get what is really affecting these boys. What could be wrong? Because most especially the Nigerian boys, I expect so much from them. It's just individual brilliance, no team play.
No team play. Well, it's still going, of course, around the under-20 ongoing under-20 AFCON 2024. And what's happening now, the Nigerian Flying Eagles, of course, will be facing this defending champion, Senegal. I mean, I was here the other day saying Senegal for me is the favorite because they're the defending champion and they've done it over the years.
Yeah.
And now you just talked about under 20 not being there yet.
Yeah.
Now they're going to be facing a team that is a little bit more put together with the reputation at the tournament. On Monday, 1 p.m., what should we look forward to?
Senegal yesterday defeated Congo, which took them to the second place in Group C, which was supposed to play because, I mean, right from the time Nigeria qualified, we're going to face the second place in Group C, which was Senegal. Senegal is a top team, honestly, but in the competition so far, they've not
been up to it.
They've not been up to that standard, but they defeated Congo, and Congo for me not the best of footballing,
but not like
country.
We've been okay too.
Yeah, but I mean the record speaks for us. And one thing about Nigeria, even if we're not at the best, we always struggle when it comes to all of these young levels. We struggle to get to maybe the semi-final. So it's going to be a very, very tough one for the boys. That's the Nigerian team. Senegal, they are when it comes to football in Africa, they're one of the best. And look at their senior team. Look at their under 17. I mean, solid. I mean, there's this guy Diarra who plays for Barcelona. I saw him. He plays for Barcelona Team B. Yeah, under 17. Yeah, under 17. He plays for them. He was from their Senegal under 17 that was scouted. So I mean, Senegal have always been a top team when it comes to producing young talents. So I think it's just going to be very, very tough. I think maybe when it's much more closer, when the match is closer, we'll talk about it extensively. But right now, the Nigerian boys, they need to work out. It's not going to be all easy. It's not going to be like the Tunisia, the Kenya that we escaped. You get so. Let's wait for that and see what eventually happens.
All right, before we call it a day on the show this morning, we will not do without talking about glory, Man United. I mean, that was a party yesterday. Another 4-1 emphatic victory at Old Trafford. That seems to be one of the biggest days this season at Old Trafford.
I got my predictions right.
You got your predictions right, and I must say congratulations on your way to the final. Now you're now at Bilbao. I mean, your manager just said this morning that he's really nervous facing Tottenham at the final.
I mean, it has to be nervous. We are playing a Premier League side in the final. I think it's going to be hard to play for when you know both teams are fighting for that Champions League.
That's the same thing at stake.
It would have been
even more for Tottenham because they've got to win this to be their first trophy in a long time.
First trophy in a very long time. So, I mean, for Tottenham, it's all to play for them. And for United, both teams want to qualify for the Champions League. They've not performed well to the Premier League they would be able to end the qualification. In the Champions League, maybe through the top 5. Both of them are struggling.
But if you have to tip someone, who would you be tipping about? Don't just play favoritism here. Be honest. Look at the numbers. Look at the performance in the previous time against each other. Tottenham this season have defeated Man United home and away
in the Premier League.
But in the
Europa League,
you are still unbeaten.
In the Europa League, unbeaten. So the top form is there for United. They seem to take the Europa League way, way serious than the Premier League. So for me, honestly, I mean, no bias.
But is it going to be an easy game? Because I know you are going to tip Manchester United. But is it going to be a 90-minute decided game?
It's going to be all to play for because
I'm seeing this as even more tough than the Champions League and the Conference.
The likes of Son is out injured currently, but he might likely be back. Madsen is out of the season. So Son coming back, their captain himself coming back, it would be a moral booster for the guys. But I don't think it's going to be a 90-minute game. Those guys will slug it out. Maybe we're eventually going to see a penalty, but it's going to be an interesting one. I think the match is going to be May 21 of this month.
A lot of things is going down this May. Like what was
Champions League final.
Like our friend on the Facebook family said yesterday. He said Tottenham may win, and all of the mays that he brought to us yesterday.
It's all about
and of course, let me give to Chelsea fans as well. I mean, you Chelsea fans yesterday also managed to get through at your garden yesterday. Chelsea winning by 1-0 thanks to a goal, of course, from that Chelsea man. Kevin Disbury Hall scored the goal for Chelsea yesterday. Tottenham also win, of course, over their rival yesterday. Will give them a place, of course, already in the final. Now, Real Sociedad Chelsea is confirmed. Anthony is literally on fire. A goal and an assist for the boy. Real Betis rider. Now, he's going to likely be the first player ever to be having an European medal, double European medal in a season. Should he go ahead to win the Conference League and Man United wins the Europa League? I mean, what a season he will be having.
I think if they are probably losing at where they are played with Chelsea, if they are losing, you can look back and say, I just hope Manchester United win.
Because anyway, I go with a medal.
Medal right there.
Definitely.
But Anthony, for me, has been surreal ever since he joined Real Betis. And you just have to give him, that kudos. I think he has done well for himself.
He was emotional yesterday after scoring that. After the 90 minutes, he was really emotional.
It's been tough.
But Chelsea Betis, what do you think? Because this team, Real Betis, I wouldn't want to really. I said it yesterday. I wouldn't like to face them in the final. They are very emotional side. They've done well against Real Madrid and Barcelona this season. A draw against Barcelona and a win over Madrid. Yeah, we always know that Spanish sides, when it comes to competitions like this, they take it very serious. So, it's going to be tough. But I think Chelsea, they have better players, honestly. You can say the likes of Anthony, they are in Real Betis, but Chelsea, if they feel they are 11 and they are serious about it, they should be able to defeat Real Betis later at May. I think that the game is also going to be in May. All right. On that note, we'll be calling it a day on the show this morning. Don't forget, by evening 6 p.m. on the cruise, we're going to take you around the world of sport, and it's going to be intense 1 hour. Don't forget to join on the Facebook family platform, just at Melody 100.7 FM. And that's where you get it. And right now, I'll be handing you over to Bolabad. I'll be taking you on, of course, on Melody Sunrise. Bobola, it's been nice having you on the show this morning.
Thank you so much, Daniel.
And it's on that note, I'll be saying, do have a wonderful day on behalf of our boss here, Ogak Patakpata. Yes, the sport marshal himself, Eniola. And of course, our boss here, talk about the sports show segment, talk about our very Ogak Patakpata at the ESO program, talking about Adigoke Pretty the finest. I'm saying, do have a wonderful morning and bye for now.
The real home of entertainment, Melody FM.
You the land of Oibo, baby, come back here. I give your papa my money, I give your mama my promise. I'm coming before the day go break. You the over the Oibo, because no baby Natasha. Now only picture I see, baby, come back to me. I give your papa my money, I tell your mama I'm coming. Nothing fit distract me for Lagos. For January, I give you my money. Ego Ibo, hey, Ego Ibo. For February, I put you my baby. Ejima, I didn't rush, my blood they hot, did you come? Don't tell me said the people what they do I wanna Ghana. Got a pretty and a banner. I wanna give a queen of my kingdom come. Queen of my kingdom come. Nothing fit distract me for Lagos. For January, I give you my money. Ego Ibo, Ego Ibo, hey, Ego Ibo, Ego Ibo. For February, I put you my baby. Ejima, Ejima, I dey rush, my blood dey hot. She come,
Reset one of your presets for your hit music now. 100.7.
Make I cool my tension. I'ma give me I don't feel like your body, they call my attention. Big ways, 5 days, I no go lie for you, I don't place for you. I'ma get a dog base for you. Follow me, make we chop life for Dubai. Anything you want, girl, I go buy. You they put me for high tension. This one, I'm my confession. We go do holiday for Mumbai. Anything you want, girl, I go buy. You they put me for high tension. This one of my confession. You got me like higher pain black cloud. I wanna love you for life. I no go like to say goodbye. Now you is my disease. When the tension's way too high, you know the buttons to press to ease up my stress. I cannot compare you. I don't think compare you. I can't tell you're feeling the pressure. I can't tell you're feeling the tension. You move your legs like this and that. You can't drive away depression. I can't tell your skill is precious. You can't change the whole direction. You move your legs like this and that. You can't drive away depression. Oh my ways, oh my ways, oh my ways. I like I see they go. Baby, I like I see they go. Baby. Oh my ways, oh my ways, oh my ways. I like I see they go. Baby, I like I see they go.
Melody 100.7 FM.
More
Die for the dough. for dinner. Ghana girl say she want marry me, yo. I hope that she sabi kuku wache. Hope your love go sweet past the sheet up. Baby girl, I say, your body na killer, oh. Oh, yeah, I get it diet of your body, oh, only on your body. That girl for the corner, there's somebody made a call. Where see the wine, I'm see fire pop. And if you follow me, go now, enjoyment go kill, baby girl, you body, girl, the way you whine. I demand over you, girl. I demand over you, girl. Say you are my woman, my superwoman. I demand over you, girl. I demand over you, girl. Die for the love, girl. I want me, she want for the dough. Die for the love, girl. I want me to die for the dough. Die for the dough, girl. I want me, she want for the dough. Die for the love. If I sing for you, you gon' love me, oh baby, love me non-stop. I will love you non-stop. Always this you want top, baby, oh baby, oh. All over the world, want me, oh. Play the music non-stop. Tell them dance to my song. Tell them shake it. Oh, that girl for the corner, there's somebody made a call. Oh, see the wine, I see fire for body, fire for body. And if you follow me, go now, enjoyment go kill 'em. Baby girl, you body, girl, the way you whine. I demand over you, girl. I demand over you, girl. Say you are my woman, my superwoman. I demand over you, girl. I demand over you, girl. Die for the love, girl. I want me, she want for the dough. Die for the love, girl. I want me to die for the dough. Die for the dough, girl. I want me, she want for the dough. Girl, die for the love, girl. Die for the love. Ghana girl say she want marry me, yo. I hope that she sabi kuku wache. Hope your love go sweet past the sheet up. Baby girl, I say, your body na killer, oh. Oh, yeah, I get it tired of your body, oh, only on your body. And say, baby, why not? And say, and I'm be running
Lovely station, Melody 100.7 FM. From Melody 100.7. From Melody 100.7 FM, Ibadan, Oyo State, Nigeria. The time is 9 a.m.
From the studios, and this is Melody 100.7 FM. Melody Sunrise is still very much live, and my name is Bolabad. How's it going this morning? So we are back to a live inside of the People's Assembly this very morning. We'll be doing this between now and 9:30. We'll be looking at something very very peculiar that is actually on the front page of the Punch newspaper this morning. I actually took it this morning and basically we'll be just dissecting, and I'll be asking a question. If you're listening for the first time, People's Assembly is kind of like a parliament that we have on air, and I bring in a conversation as the Honorable Speaker of the House for today, and you as the Honorable on the other end would have the floor to talk about what you feel about the old conversation and the topic at hand. All right, so when you call in, you are an honorable of the house, so you address yourself as such. You introduce yourself as an honorable of the house. So say for instance I'm calling in, it would be something like, my name is Honorable Bolabad, calling from Bashan constituency, because your location is your constituency. Okay, so when you call in, do have that at the back of your mind. You are an honorable Speaker of the House, and you're the honorable rather of the House, and then you have to what's the code now, introduce yourself and accord yourself that same respect and introduce yourself as an honorable. Okay, so today we'll be looking at something very 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 peculiar, and this one says Nigeria taps additional $215 million World Bank loan for palliatives, and this is coming on the heels of relatively good news that Nigeria has actually offset IMF debt, and we're seeing now that we just offset that one. There is an additional one that is ongoing that will have with the World Bank and all of that. Now, while people are actually like celebrating that, the World Bank has actually disbursed additional funds to Nigeria under the $800 million National Social Safety Net Program Scale Up, raising the total amount released right now to $530 million. Now, checks by the Punch newspaper, because I'm quoting this from the Punch, on Thursday, yesterday, on the World Bank's official website, revealed that the cumulative disbursement had increased from the earlier reported $315 in 2023 to $530 million this year, reflecting fresh inflow into Nigeria's account for the palliative program. Now, although the exact day the extra disbursement was made this year cannot be independently verified, findings showed that the World Bank was yet to update the detailed section of its portal that typically records transaction dates as of April 30th, 2025, suggesting that the disbursement was very recent and likely made this month. All right, so the $800 million facility approved on December 16th, 2021 was designed to provide conditional cash transfer to Nigeria's poorest and most vulnerable citizens, cushioning the impact of recent economic shocks, including the removal of petrol subsidy. Originally, the program was structured to deliver about 5,000 naira monthly to targeted households. However, though, following policy changes introduced by the current administration, the payment was revised to 25,000 naira monthly for 3 months, aimed at reaching 15 million households across the country. In October and November 2023, the World Bank disbursed $300 million and $15 million respectively to Nigeria under the program, and a review of the World Bank records at that time showed that the cumulative release then stood at $315 million new data obtained on Thursday now has shown that an additional 215 million naira has been released, bringing the total disbursement to $530 million and reducing the amount available for drawdown to about $200 and $26.73 million. This means that about 66.25% of the loan has been disbursed, with about 33.75% left. So despite receiving World Bank approval since December 2021, the implementation of the palliative program suffered a disbursement delay of nearly 17 months. While Nigeria awaited disbursement from the World Bank under the $800 million National Social Safety Net Program Scale-Up Loan, data reviewed by the Punch newspaper revealed that the country continued to incur and settle interest charges totaling to about $6.18 million, despite the protracted delay in actual fund utilization. World Bank records has showed that Nigeria paid multiple tranches of interest charges under the financing agreement tagged IDA 70190, and including substantial payment made in January and July of 2024. On January 30th, 2024, however, Nigeria paid 3 separate charges amounting to $822,259.40, and also another $495,603.16, and another $495,603 $16, bringing the January total to about $1.81 million. These payments came months after the initial $315 million disbursement actually made in October and November 2023 respectively. Now, further charges were paid in July 2024 when 4 separate interest payments totaling to about $5.36 million were recorded, and the July charges included $1.98 million, 2 entries of $1.19 million each, and separate charge of $3,737.83. So together with the January payment, Nigeria's total charges on the loan amounts to approximately $6,181,877.35, and these interest charges were paid even as significant portion of the loan remained undisbursed. Now the question I'm asking is, in light of this recent development that we know now, we have a Minister of Finance in person of Wale Edu, and he's been appointed to head a special investigative panel tasked with reviewing and restructuring the architecture of Nigeria's social investment programs. Now, the panel's mandate is to ensure that future interventions are managed transparently and efficiently, with emphasis on accountability. And now, we have over 200 million disbursed. Nothing has been said about it so far. And my question is, the question that has been burning on the mind of a lot of Nigerians is, do you know who has received either 5,000 naira or 25,000 naira under this palliative, scheme, which is set to cushion the effect of the economic challenges of Nigerians and that they are facing right now? The program is actually tagged a National Safety Net Program. You scale up. Has anyone received that palliative that you know of? Hello, good morning, Honorable. Good morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
I'm Honorable Bosse from Ibadan.
Good to have you on the show, Honorable Bosse. Let's have it.
For me, I have not met anyone. A friend of mine once said that his dad got the palliative of 25,000 naira. It was just after which it wasn't getting again. And then the thing is, we had it before this issue of Beta Edu, that is the former Minister of Humanitarian Service, right? Well, before she was suspected to be involved in fraud.
Yes.
Now, the money recovered from her, what has it been used for? That is a question. It's a good question to also ask the federal government as well. And on the other hand, the palliative they claim they've been getting from World Bank, till date, have not been having effect on we the masses. Except for some locations where we will hear that the Minister of Power came to Oyo State to come and distribute agricultural farming food or something. Some kind of funny thing. We shall know the things we actually need in the nation at the time. It's not like we really don't need empowerment in the agricultural sector. But that tax should be given to those who are responsible for it. That is the Ministry of Agriculture, both the federal and the state. Not him.
Minister of Power. I said the Minister of Power now involving in agricultural stuff.
When his own tax is too demanding, we Nigerians are clamoring there is epileptic power supply in Nigeria. Businesses are collapsing, companies are folding up and migrating, and yet they are not seeing anything to eat other than for them to keep coming telling us that they are trying to generate funds to generate money that they can use to generate power for us, when they are investing 10 billion naira to generate power for solar power for Aso Rock. So these are the funny things we keep hearing from the federal government. That doesn't sound pleasant to we the masses. So we will urge them. They should stop lying. They should stop deceiving us. We are fed up of all their deceit, and it's high time they should rise and begin to be serious. They should do the needful. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Honorable Bossa, for calling in. So the studio lines are very much open and active. You're wondering what the studio lines are. 07055 071 007, 07055 071 007, or 07025 201 007. Those are the numbers to call me up on or to send messages to. We have about 66% of the loan from the World Bank for the palliative, scheme been disbursed. The question is, how many people do you know has gotten that palliative, either 5,000 naira, either 25,000 naira? This administration said they're going to take it up from the 5,000 naira that the previous administration were actually disbursing and put it at 25,000 naira, and they're going to do that for about 3 months. Now, reports has actually shown that an additional over 200 million dollars has actually been disbursed by the World Bank, and according to research and investigation, the disbursement was done very recently. And question is, no one has actually said anything from the federal government that they got any money. And, the federal government is saying that, they're all about transparency in terms of this scheme that has actually been tagged National Social Safety Net Program Scale Up, which is actually meant to cushion the effect of the economic situation of the country. And, it's actually like stating and looking like, I don't know if you understand. So the question first off is, do you know anyone, or have you heard of anyone that has gotten the palliative so far? So good. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007, because a lot of people will keep saying that this current administration is actually spending money on what's it called now, unquantifiable unquantifiable spendings. Like, you can't really say, this is the amount of people that have gotten the amount of the palliative. If the money was actually invested in infrastructure or projects like good road, or maybe good power supply or stuff like that would aid or even cushion the effects like very, very effectively, instead of giving money and then that money is just, we don't know a lot of people that has gotten it. Hello, good morning, Honorable.
Hello.
Good morning, Honorable.
Yeah, good morning.
Your name and where you're calling from?
Victor.
Honorable Victor,
From
good to
Yago.
have you. Good to have you on the show from Yago constituency. What is your take? Do you know anyone that has gotten the palliative?
Yeah, I don't know anybody. Neither have I as an individual. I have not gotten anything. Neither do I know of anybody who has gotten, whether close to me or somebody that I have even seen, or neither do I know somebody who knows somebody who has gotten.
Maybe all your circles are rich people. This palliative thing is for people that are going through a lot.
Mama wine already. I'm on the street of
Mr. Victor, maybe you are a rich fellow. This is targeted towards poor households.
Stop whining me. This morning I was still complaining that most of you will live for Tumotero just this morning. So if I belong to the circle you are talking about, I am sure that I would not have been complaining of how I will get money to buy for.
I get that.
Morning.
I get that.
But what I really want to say is just that this present government, you know, when they say Abalamba, that's what they are. That's what they are doing, and that's all I want to say.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Honorable Victor from Yago constituency. All right, 070-55071-007 or 070-25201-007. Hello, good morning, Honorable.
Yeah, good morning, Honorable Speaker. This is Honorable Sam.
Good to have you on the show, Honorable Sam. What is your take?
Yeah, first of all, I don't know. I've heard of anybody that's taking that though. The thing is, I feel the government is the biggest fraud we have. Since Buhari's time to this present government, they are the biggest scam. For me, I feel instead of introducing all these so-called social investment programs that we all know, it's just to enrich themselves. Why not do it directly into the lives of the people? And this is what I mean. Rather than claiming that you want to give people money, the economy we are currently, 25,000 can barely do anything for a family as they claim. So rather than doing that, why not push it into the economy? Now, the fuel subsidy that they claim to have removed, why not push it back there? Instead of borrowing to cushion the effect of the level of poverty as they claim. Why not use this money, bring more buses into the roads, let's have cheaper transportation system, let's have electricity, let's have all of these things, go to the market, the farm produce, pay for the things, and so all of these things will become very cheap. And with that in mind, you will not need to start lying to people that you want to give them money to cushion the effect. So all of these, I feel they're just another scam that at the end of the day, and you know the funny part of it in this part of the world is when a new government comes on board, they don't probe the previous one. So the thing continues to rotate, goes like that until maybe like the present government said they're trying to save for the unborn generation. Maybe by that time, the unborn generation will not have anything to even look at. So everybody will be gone.
It is well. Thank you so much, Honorable Sam, for calling. Have a great day ahead of you. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. We're talking money this morning. Yeah, we're talking about money. And the question is the palliative program that, the federal government has been doing. Do you know anyone that has actually received this palliative, either 5,000 naira, either 25,000 naira? Let me know. Call me up 07055 071 007 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. Let me know. Hello, good morning, Honorable.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Honorable. Your name and where you're calling from, sir?
Stephen calling from Soka, Ibadan.
That is Honorable Stephen calling from Soka constituency.
Yes.
All right, let's have it. What is do you know anyone that has received the money?
I've never seen anyone that received the palliative. We are just hearing it. Even this morning, I was surprised by the enforcement made by the World Bank, pushing the effects of oil subsidy.
Yes.
It is unbearable for Nigerians this present time. Even many homes, they face a lot of challenges, even taking a 3 square meal. Even a square meal in a day is very hard for many Nigerians to take. So we heard the federal government to do something about that. And we Nigerians, when any such disbursement is being announced that they want to make it, let's stop saying they shouldn't do. It's our money. It's what is meant to be disbursed to every Nigerian. Let's stop saying they should make they should make use of it for another thing. They have it in mind. They are totally determined to do it.
Okay.
If they want to do it, they will do it.
Okay.
It's easy through individual BVN that they can make the cash transfer. So, and we heard those that are in the government offices who are in charge of this money being disbursed to Nigerians to please fear God, because a time will come when we will all face the judgment seat of God, that there won't be anyone to bail
anybody out.
Bail us out for every heart of us individually. So let's fear God. And I pray that Nigerians will be blessed, Nigeria will be blessed in Jesus' name.
Amen. God bless Nigeria. Thank you so much for calling, Honorable. Have a great day.
You are doing a great job.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Have a great day ahead of you. All right. Hello, good morning, Honorable. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning, Honorable. All right, so call me up 07055 071 007 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. Hello, good morning, Honorable. Okay. Hello, good morning, Honorable.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Good to have you on the show, Honorable. Your name and where you're calling from?
Honorable Bolabad from Ojo constituency.
Good to have you. Thank God you said it this morning. All right, let's have your take. Do you know anyone that has actually gotten the palliative?
Okay, as regards the palliative, I have not seen anyone who has gotten it yet. But this is my take.
Okay.
We do not want palliative. They should stop giving us fish. Please, if they give us palliative now, will it continue? We don't want palliative. There was a time they were sharing rice, gari, and the stuff like that. Please, will they keep doing that every month? Now, the person you gave gari last month, or the person you are planning to give now, this month, will you have gas? Will palm oil be added? Will fish be added? So our government should do better. Let the economy be stabilized and stop trying to hide under one thing. We want a better Nigeria. We do not want their palliative. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Honorable Damilola, for calling. Have a great day ahead of you. All right, 07055 071 007. Let's see if I can take one more call. And then before we call it a day, on the People's Assembly, 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. Call me up or send messages. You can text me via WhatsApp or via SMS. The WhatsApp line is 07055 071 007 07055 071 007. You can call that number. Also, the question is pretty simple this morning. The palliative scheme that the federal government is going on, have you actually heard of or seen anyone receive the palliative, be it 5,000 naira or be it 25,000 naira that this current administration increased it to? 07055 071 007 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. Call me up or send messages. You can also drop your message on Facebook at Melody 100.7 FM. Melody 100.7 FM. Let me know if you actually have seen someone or heard someone get the money. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. And that's it for me on the show this very morning. Yes, I'll be heading back to the music, and would actually return with the Mechanics Lounge by 9:30. Okay, so in the meantime, here is Poseidon doing Journey. Stick around, don't move a muscle, keep it locked, and Melody 100.7 FM.
Poseidon, yeah, I'm on low. Gang, gang.
The Poseidon music.
Hey, hey. Wake up in the morning for real, all I see is a blessing. Those days when I had no food. Hey, hey, good. Many things don't solve for the street, but it still no interest me. Everything is just all on you. Shout hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. 'Cause I'm saved. Big hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. 'Cause I'm saved. Yeah, yeah. Doing the most, but I believe in my life. Hold somebody when you doing the dance, yeah. I conquer this far, yeah. I put it on God. I do right, yeah, me balori me, oh yeah, yeah. And gospel sign I go blow with a share journey. Oh God, continental, confidential. No I do with the make them mental. Also for do meta, oh shoot me far. I want to make only giant for later. Shout hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. 'Cause I'm saved. Big hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. 'Cause I'm saved. Yeah, you the feel where the shadows grow. I walked the path and I didn't know from the earth, and I learned to climb, struggling to the test of time. 'Cause everything I do, I get a conscience, oh yeah. But no be everybody gets a conscience, oh yeah. They want to wind that, now for my head, they want to pull that trigger. Why? Yeah, they want to wind that. Follow me, sing hallelujah. Shout hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. 'Cause I'm saved. Big hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. 'Cause I'm saved. Yeah, yeah. I do right, yeah, me balori me, oh yeah, yeah.
Morning. All right, we're back to it 9:31 a.m. from the studios of Melody 100.7 FM. That was Poseidon doing Journey, and my name is Bolabad. We are now inside of the Mechanics Lounge, and you know, I on a more serious note, the promise you made me, yeah, on Wednesday.
Yes.
My man, I was like, "Go, let's people win." Cause that it was honestly. But it was not because I like Arsenal, but because of what you said you were going to drink.
Look at the incentives.
Yeah, before go. He promised me a pack of juice if Arsenal actually won, but sadly, it didn't work out for them. It didn't work out. Get that. Anyway, there's Mechanic Shibomi in the studios. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you feeling? I mean, pressure is off your neck now.
Nah, there was never pressure anyway. So we just felt, okay, maybe let's just go into it, do our best. Well, guess the best was not good enough. Well, We'll come
But
again.
on a more serious note, I think it was a good one going that far in the Champions League. Champions League is not a Joko League, right? I hope you people know. Regardless of the hate or whatever, Champions League, you people actually faced Real Madrid. I mean, you people faced PSG. I mean, that's like commendable. That is, those people are bulldogs, actually.
You also have to put into consideration, you know, things also. The squad is depleted. Injuries right, left, and center.
Yeah.
We have a makeshift number 9. And with all that being said, come on, we can do better. Yes. It's the name. Okay.
I mean, but you guys were fun. That's commendable. Regardless of whatever anybody wants to say, it's really commendable. So to every Arsenal fans out there, I know people are trolling you. Even now that Manchester United have entered Europa final, it's not been easy. I doubt it.
Yeah, they are winning.
I doubt it. I'm a Manchester United fan,
Today
but
is
I doubt it.
Mark it. Don't worry.
We are actually facing Tottenham Hotspur.
So exactly. See, so I mean.
If yes, then we win them. But if we do win, it's going to be a lot. So.
You're getting me a pack of juice now.
Yo.
Eh? That was too fast.
Yo. Anyway, let's actually talk cars right now. Yeah. So basically, what we'll be talking about all week.
Body. Yes. Taking care of the body of your car.
Yep.
We tend to not sometimes neglect this. And while closing on them, while rounding up on Wednesday.
Yeah, we're going to talk about waxing.
Yes, you mentioned waxing. And a lot of people, want to. A lot of people don't also. So the question is, what are the pros and cons of, taking your car for a wax or doing it yourself? Sometimes the people.
And what kind of shampoo do you use for your car? That is.
Yeah, exactly. That also. We made mention of cleaning the body of the car on Wednesday, and where I advise most times, especially during the hot sun, use just only water. But there are some products in the market, okay, that they tell you, even with this product, you need little or no water, just spray it on your car, just wipe it off, and it gets all the grease, all the dirt, all the grime off. But like I always like to say, just the way you have some products out there that they tell you, especially when you drive to the filling station to buy petrol, tell you, buy this an injector cleaner, the fuel this one, the fuel booster, and all this one, put in your car, makes your car look brand new, washes your engine inside out. The question is, how does it work? Okay, basically, how does it work? What does it really do? If it's an octane booster, okay, maybe I can understand. But if you are telling me that it's going to wash my tank, it's going to wash my engine.
But you can't blame them now. It's the same way they will tell you one herb works for cancer and liver and kidney and all of that.
Just the same.
And people actually do buy it.
Yes, just the same way people that buy are at risk of other things happening. Okay, because they tell you this thing works for this. It's quite simple. Yes, if you're saying it works for it, I can understand the angle at which you're looking at it from. Because you don't know, because you don't have an idea, you tend to take them at their word. Okay, but whoever is going to sell, something to me that I don't know, I need to.
You have to break it down.
Exactly. I need to make sure you understand. You yourself understand what you are selling, and you're just trying to push the numbers out there. So if you are telling me it's going to do this, can you break it? Can you explain?
How will it do it?
If your explanation does not make sense to me, I'm a little bit cautious. Something just came to mind now, but don't let me go there.
Okay.
If we were cautious, they won't do some other things. But anyway, so if just be cautious, let them explain. If you don't do this, yes, just the same way they tell you, this product out there, you don't need water, or you need little or no water, just spray it and everything goes shiny again. I would also like to make you understand one thing today. Most of these products have chemicals in them. They're made of chemicals, and most times when they react with not even with the body, with the paint job of the car, they tend to deplete it and then erode it faster than it would have. So especially products that are ammonia based. Okay. So one thing I would like to, if you're going to buy,
read label. Nigerians should really live it.
Let them.
Oh God, I like you. I like you a lot.
Yes.
Nigerians don't read the label of things they want to ingest. Oh God.
Okay.
Like if you ask someone like the cereal you take every day, what are the things that are inside it? They cannot tell you.
Nah.
So it's those people that should be really labeled what they want to put inside car.
But it is important.
Okay.
Let's even start, like you said, let's start from things that you eat. Okay. Most people don't know the composition.
Exactly.
They're just like, Ele, if you eat it, it gives you iron, and everybody just
like the crazy thing is that a lot of people don't know what semo is made of. That's like the craziest.
Nah.
That's like the craziest. Like everyone takes semo, right?
Yes.
They don't know what semo is made of. Yeah.
But again, we can't reiterate enough the need for this.
You have to read.
To actually.
He's saying that you should read Libesha.
Read label. It's not that hard.
Yeah.
Just try and go through them. If you're trying to buy this product and you see that they have ammonia or ammonia based in any form, try and stay away from it.
Okay.
Because the way ammonia reacts with the paint of it makes it fade out faster. Okay. It might initially give you that shiny new look. It does. Initially gives you that shiny new look. But as time goes on with the heat and the sun and the temperature, it begins to react. Okay. And before you know it, a paint job that's supposed to last like a year or two begins to last lesser. Okay, within 6-8 months, you're already having issues with the paint job, and you're running back to the guy that did the paint job for you and saying, no, probably you didn't do a good job and all. But it's not the guy's fault. It's the other products you're using on it. Just the same way if you're using you're washing your car. Washing the car, growing up, we had a neighbor that would wash his car morning, afternoon, night. Morning, and all the time soap, as in money. The guy runs
Mashano. Why is he doing that? Why is it like that?
And maybe because he has time on his hands, maybe because
exactly. Or maybe it was his first car.
No, funny enough, it wasn't. It was just that. Well, would I use the word meticulous about his car? It was just that way. Okay. But as time went on, we realized, look, even the car this guy washes all the time, and a car that probably we do it once a day, he's fading out faster than that. And we came to realize not only was he washing with soap, he was using a very harsh soap. Permit me to, I don't know whether this soap still exists or whether you know this soap they call Kongi soap. Okay, so that was what.
How? That's like a bar soap, no?
Yeah, no. Oh, okay. The way they do it, you have the chopped down ones that you can pour into water, like soluble, and mix it with water.
Okay.
But it takes time for it to dissolve anyway. But that's what the guy uses anyway. So at the end of the day, we were just all smiley and look, are you trying to be clean, or are you just doing more harm than good?
Maybe he didn't know better.
Well, maybe, but I'm sure after that, of course, he knew better. Because subsequently, I think he reduced the frequency of washing. So
he got that big.
Because
they will tell you, bathe twice a day. Well, if it's becoming more than twice, what's wrong with you? Why? No, why? Even medically, it's not really good to like bathe more than twice in a day. And it's not every time that you should be using sponge. That's what they say medically. But we Nigerians, we don't move that way.
No. We have to scrub.
We have to scrub.
Do
you know that? There was a time I saw our sponge on Amazon and they wrote exfoliating sponge. I was like, so I'm exfoliating every day.
Every blessed day.
What? Clean people. But on the most serious though, okay, so let's talk waxing for a bit though.
Even for waxing, when you're waxing your cars, you have to look at the products in which you're using also. Now, if those products again are ammonia based or contain ammonia in any way, please try and shy away from using those products.
Okay.
Yeah, waxing is quite good when you're using the right product and when it's done the right way. Also, when you're waxing, you want to use a microfiber cloth, or what do you what you use to apply the wax on your car has to be a microfiber cloth or a microfiber rag. And when you're doing that, please make sure there are no particles, sand particles in the cloth you're using, so as not to scratch
the paint job.
Because and also the wax you're using itself, there are some that they are almost as good as solid. Okay, and you don't want to be seen or you don't want to be caught applying too much pressure on the body of your vehicle, especially on the paint job. Having in mind that most manufacturers now, in the bid of trying to make the car more fuel efficient, has decided to actually reduce or have what we call aluminum alloys to make the body of the car, which is not as strong as it used to be anymore. So too much pressure, too much pressure while adding the wax might actually dent or cave in a certain part of the vehicle. So you need to also have at the back of your mind all those things while you are doing that. That's why when you're going to choose your the waxing products, has to be one that is not ammonia based. Two, has to be not liquid, soluble enough for it to be easily massaged in or greased into the body of the car. And thirdly, while you're doing that, like I said, always make sure you're using microfiber. Microfiber has no particles, no particles in that will scratch the body of the car.
Okay, so I think we've covered how to clean your car and how to clean it correctly.
Yes.
And you should read the label of your your product if you're going to be using product. But if you want to use soap, what soap is advisable to be used?
Now, talking of soaps, I would also want most car owners to, again, if you're going to use soap, do not, please shy away from using detergents. If you have the liquid soaps, that's would that yes. Look, the truth is, again, how many people will read the ingredients of that soap? How many?
Okay, so we should not use detergents. We should use all those liquid soaps.
Liquid car wash soaps. Not the one you got. I don't want to start mentioning
the
products
one you use to wash plates.
Not the one you use to wash plates. No. So please, there are car soaps products out there that are good enough for you to stick with and just to maintain the glitter and the glamour of your paint job.
Okay, so that's it. And classes are still ongoing, right?
Yes.
And registration for weekend classes are ongoing. Okay, yes. So let's give out numbers for people that want to come and do auto care.
Okay, if you still want to reach us even after the program, call 081 0922 0338. 08109220338.
Okay, and includes garage.
Our numbers Kolakwaremu close.
Okay.
Off Abumi Street, Ashibodija in Ibadan.
All right, so that's it for the Mechanics Lounge for this entire week. Yeah, and we'll return on Monday with another edition of Mechanics Lounge. But in the meantime, here is a Sisa flavor. Team it up with the Cavemen. Stick around, don't go anywhere.
I don't get time to check time. No time. Delay is dangerous. If they owe me, pay me now. Now. Because time now money. Time no they wait for no one. Do well before they say farewell. If you do me well, I do you well. Now is the perfect time. You better join the moving train. Because time now money. Time not they wait for no one. Do well before them say farewell. I don't get time to check time. Delay is dangerous. If you owe me, pay me now. Now. Because time now money. Time not they wait for no one. Do well before them say farewell. To living every day. I'm always on the move. I know they look another man. I'm always on my lane. I don't go cheating. I always go, you go. They know they stand for one place. They look masquerade.
Alright, Flavor and the Cavemen still in the background. So. I mean, it's a high life kind of feel. I mean, it's Friday, and if you actually want us to wish someone for you, talking about us, me, myself, and I, to wish someone for you, maybe the person celebrating something, or you just want to wish the person well for being a good person, call, send me a message to the numbers 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. It's 9:48, and we'll be doing that up until 9:55. So now is the time for you to send those messages. Okay, let me know if you have someone you want to celebrate, if they're celebrating whatever. I'll be here to call the person for you. All you have to do is send their name, what you're celebrating them for, and your own name, and I will take over the rest. Back to the music. Akpala Disco, DJ Tunes, and Terry Akpala. Stick around.
I'm in the mood to talk to you, waiting the worry you, now me and you. Today not today, when you go know me, yeah. I'm my lad, you below to that, cause if I feel more, I don't know if that. Can't shake any, I can't not feel like. You got too slowly, the book I joke all over. I'm my lad, you below to that, cause if I feel more, I don't know if that. Can't shake any, I can't not feel like. With a cruise, no, Patrick, I don't my badu. I'm a dry, I don't my dry. So well, Dari Awala, I'm a dry, I don't my dry. DJ Tunes, no, they don't tell you, I don't my dry. I don't get money for pocket, you leave me with vocabulary. I know me don't finish, I'm a bad boy. We know what I do if it. You leave me, call me, brother, I was saying it. Cause I don't get money for pocket, you leave me with vocabulary. I know me don't finish, I'm a bad boy. We know what I do if it. Waiting the worry you, now me and you. Today not today, where you go know me, yeah. I'm my lad, you below to that. Cause if I feel more, I don't know that. Can't shake any, I can't not feel like. You got too slowly, the book I joke all over. ọmọ ẹ̀lẹ́ níbo ló tún dá kò sí pẹ́fímù ká ló ná fi dá ká ṣe kìíní yẹn ká yọ̀nà fìlà we dey cruise nínú pàtí kájọ má gbádùn àmàjẹ ayé yìí àjọmọjẹ ayé yìí ìṣòwò ẹ̀rìn darí àpárá àmàjẹ ayé yìí àjọmọjẹ ayé yìí DJ tunes lórí tàǹtẹ̀bù yẹn àjọmọjẹ ayé yìí.
DJ Tunes, Stereo Akpala, and Akpala Disco is still playing in the background. It is a wrap for me on the show this morning. This has been the Melody Sunrise on Melody 100.7 FM, 9:53 a.m. from the studios, and it has actually been fun. Big shout out to every single person. Thanks to every single person that took time out to call in on the People's Assembly, took time out to listen. My first time callers, I spot you. Don't think I did not. I did. I had a few first time callers on the show this morning, but because of the pressing, topic, I couldn't ask if, they were calling for the first time. But note that I know that you called for, I had like two of them call for the first time this morning, or maybe on my own day. Anyway, so we'll return next week. God keep us by Monday, 8 a.m. to 9:55. It's going to be pretty the finest on Monday, yeah, and it is going to be fun. All right, for me, you can follow us across all socials at Melody 100.7 FM. That is Melody 100.7 FM. And for me, it is at Bolabad across all socials. That is BOLABAD across all social media platforms. Till next week, we'll come your way again. This is a bye for now. It is TGRF. I know you want to go out and party, but please do not drink and drive. If you're going to be drinking and driving, make sure it is water. And like I always say, try and mind your business. You actually escape a lot of troubles doing that. Anyway, till Monday, bye for now. Thank God it's Friday. Have a great, great weekend ahead of you. Away. Bye, Yaya, because I'm stepping away from the microphone. Bye.
Monica tell me, say she no want to love. Jennifer tell me, say she get a boyfriend before. When you no get money, you go hear the story. Story. Too many stories. Yeah. Some say them love me, but them stop me for bad. But I get